An essential part of planning a road trip is finding a place to stay for the night after a long day of driving. And if you're a roadside attraction enthusiast driving through the Midwest anytime soon, do I ever have the place for you. It's the Steve Alford All-American Inn. Okay, what often makes a truly great roadside attraction? Destinations that are oddly specific. That's what true roadside trippers love, and that's exactly what this hotel is. The whole place is themed for Steve Alford, the current coach of the Nevada Wolfpack, and more importantly, a former Indiana Hoosier. I mean, how many hotels have you stayed in that are themed after college basketball coaches? I'm betting none. Steve Alford was born in Franklin, Indiana, and grew up right here in Newcastle. Local legend tells that he learned to count at the age of 3 by watching the numbers tick off a scoreboard while his father was coaching high school basketball teams. And while we're on the subject of counting things, here's some numbers for you. As a player, 1 NCAA championship, 2 consensus All-American first team selections, and 3 Big Ten first team selections. And as a coach, 1 Pac-12 championship, 2 Big Ten tournament championships, 3 Mountain West Coach of the Year awards, and 4 Mountain West regular season championships. As Matt Damon once asked, "Do you like apples?" And that entire impressive career is chronicled right here in the halls and the lobby of the All-American Inn.
So what I'm gathering is that basketball is a sport played with an orange ball that bounces pretty well, and you can score 1, 2, or 3 points based on how far away you are from the hoop thing.
He kids, but seriously, the attention to detail here is amazing. From jerseys to vintage photographs to old newspaper clippings to a ton of memorabilia from when he competed in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, this hotel is a comprehensive shrine to one man's athletic career. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that? He was part of the gold medal winning team that took the Olympic Games by storm in '84. Alfred's point per game average was 10.3. His leading point scoring teammate? Some guy named Michael Jordan. And this place really is an all-you-can-eat buffet of roadside whimsy because it also has this giant shoe. As big as a car, this giant shoe greets you on the way in. Right now, it's painted to represent the Nevada Wolfpack, the team Steve currently coaches, and it's had many repaints over the years, as you can see from these old photos. At other points in history, it's dazzled passersby with the colors of the Iowa Hawkeyes, New Mexico Lobos, and UCLA Bruins. Okay, let's see if I can get on top of it. All right, turns out it's actually a lot easier to climb on top of than the Mars Flying Saucer. Oh, ow. The shoe is quite sturdy and heavy, though we did notice it's nevertheless anchored to the ground. I suppose that's a safety measure for the strong storms that can often roll through the Midwest. The last thing you need is Steve Alford's giant shoe getting picked up by a strong gust and kicking your car off the highway. All of this, the hotel and the shoe, was started by a former high school teammate and longtime friend, Kenny Cox, in 1997. Steve Alford hasn't lived in Newcastle for over 30 years, but he remains the pride of the town. He doesn't own any part of the hotel, but it has his blessing, as he's personally provided them with a lot of the artifacts inside. Now, as a fellow traveler, you're probably wondering about the rooms, so we've got you covered. We were in a Standard King, and it was a perfect spot to rest up after a long day on the road. So vintage. And look, instead of like housekeeping, a maiden dress. It's a French maid. She's wearing roller skates.
Okay, so I'm gonna set up sleep cycle here.
Ryan uses Sleep Cycle, which is an alarm that measures the quality of your sleep, and we were curious about what the science of sleep would have to say about our night here.
So I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I thought Cassie was sleepwalking, but she's actually sleep basketballing. Okay, so sleep cycle gives me a 51% quality night's sleep, which seems low, but it's actually not bad. If you go back to the previous night, when I was at home, I only got 47, just because I sleep pretty poorly, generally. So I'll take 51. 51's not too bad.
The rooms themselves aren't basketball themed, which is just as well. You'll encounter enough memorabilia on the way in that you'll likely be having dreams about Steve when you drift off into slumberland. But if you're still craving some hoop dreams when you wake up, not to worry. After you grab some coffee under the scoreboard here, there's a basketball court outside. So I don't think I'm quite ready for any of the All-American squads yet, but I'm working on it. Yay!
And when you're done shooting hoops and get back on the road, if you want to take in just one more piece of Indiana basketball history, you're going to want to head about 20 minutes southwest down to Kingston.
That's where you'll find Hoosier Gym. This historic gym is 100 years old this year. Finished in 1921, it's the location where the movie Hoosiers was filmed. It's a must-see for any college basketball fan, and admission is free. We have to admit, we didn't know a whole lot about college basketball before we stayed the night at the Steve Alford All-American Inn, but I think we're not alone in the sentiment that one of the best parts of road tripping is completely immersing yourself in new cultures and experiences. And that's why this hotel is such a great destination, whether you're a fan or not.
Woo! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
We had so much fun learning about the hoops history of this town, and I think the inn is going to be a regular checkpoint for us on many cross-country trips to come. So now that we've had a good night's sleep and some morning cardio on the courts, we're ready to hit the road again. Thanks for joining us on this quick detour, and we'll see you next time.